Hi guys, welcome back to my second channel. Found something interesting, shall we say. I quite like videos where people rate other people's houses. I like looking at properties and stuff. I like going on Rightmove and just looking at like the most expensive houses in the area. I'm into that kind of thing, alright? I like to walk past big mansions and imagine a life that I won't have. And then I found this video of Jim Chapman's recent house tour. And I found it interesting to say the least. So we're going to rate Jim Chapman's new house. We're going to be very nice and positive because we're positive people over here. And don't look this up and then, because this channel is quite small. So don't look them up and then go comment mean things. Let's be positive and have constructive criticism and rate this house tour.
Hello, my name's Jim Chapman and welcome to my house.
It's already better edited than anything I do, so 6 out of 10 for that.
And so I'm joined today by the wonderful Tash, who hasn't seen this house yet. She helped me design it all and has yet to see it. Can I just point out Tash's sock, please?
No!
Yeah, this is the real reason that I want to share this video. I love it when someone just immediately points out a minor flaw in my appearance. I think it's so supportive. It's so lovely. 10 out of 10 for the support. All the people on Twitter with their Twitter fingers, yeah, right? Being like, oh, he's just so lovely and he's such a nice guy. You need to open your eyes.
Jim, don't point out my sock. He made me take my shoes off.
What? There's rugs everywhere. I didn't know you had holes in your finger socks.
good.
Could have offered to give her a pair of socks, huh? You know? Before, you could even not mention it or give her a pair of socks, but no, had to make her look silly. 10 out of 10 for making her look silly.
Because it's all new, you have to be really precious.
What do you think though?
Oh, do you know what? I literally, straight away walked into the entrance.
Right.
I felt like I, colour coordinated for it.
Well,
Why did I think she was going to say, straight away when I walked through the entrance, I felt a chill, like there was something paranormal about to happen, like I was in a haunted house. Ghost of 2013 vloggers past. Who do I think I am? I'm not Russell Brand.
the area is lovely
Yeah.
for our baby, but also we could afford slightly more space
Yep.
in this specific house, which meant we had to do a lot of renovating, which is where you came in.
Yes.
So actually there were loads of others that we looked out for a similar price,
Yep.
But we couldn't get the space. We found out Sarah was pregnant and suddenly I was like, the flat's not going to work.
We're going to move.
Let's move.
Let's move. Come on,
And
darling, we're up.
Just because
She's a bit enthusiastic.
What would be your biggest tip?
don't do it while pregnant. I think if your partner's expecting a baby, don't do it. Sarah's very kind to me because she lets me just sort of crack on.
Does that get amazing?
I do say, think about going really dark in here. She's like, ugh.
Okay.
And she will voice her concerns.
Yeah.
And there's been a few things
Yeah.
like,
This lady, look, I don't want to be rude or nothing, but what is in that cup? Coffee or Coke?
for example, I love green. She doesn't.
Oh, wow.
But look, it's free.
I love the colour green. My fiance hates it, so I'm going to paint my entire house in green. Consideration, 12 out of 10. Very nice. Nicely done, Jim. Very good.
Yes. But you know what, actually, which nice, this is like a bluey
Is it
green.
bluey green?
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
And it makes the sofa look incredible.
My eyes don't work. Looks grey to me.
We haven't got any of Margot here yet.
Oh, wow.
All we do is take photos of that kid. Sarah got me one printed for Christmas, actually. And it's...
No, you were me, because I
here.
got you one that has
Well-
me in it, and you said, who gives someone a picture of themselves at Christmas? I was like,
Yeah.
it's me and the baby.
I mean, it's one of
Ugh, my fiance gave me a picture of herself and our child for Christmas. Who does that? I'm pretty sure he has some sort of portrait of himself in his office.
my favourite photos, but I was like, Sarah, you don't buy someone a picture of
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Well, it's not just you, it's you and your baby, and even if it was just her, what is the big deal? What's the problem with that? Why are you going crazy?
Do you want to come through the kitchen?
Okay, so what is your vision?
Ta-da!
I saw a ghost play called 222 recently. Big ghost play vibes, because the changed kitchen thing, there's this whole bit talking about people coming, gentrifying areas changing, like in certain parts of London. It's really resonating right now. Also, Jay from In Betweeners, he was in the play and he was very good, so well done. Jay from In Between Us.
Sarah and I are really neat and tidy, but you look in here and it's an absolute mess because...
Yeah, but this is real life.
Mate, it don't matter. You've got a baby. There can be some clothes lying around. Who cares?
I've got a thing about... I think I once moved into a house and the person I lived with just painted every wall white.
The person I used to live with painted every wall white. That's a weird way to talk about Tanya Burr.
And we're like, oh, it's like a blank slate, and I was like, but it's so boring. And now I've got a thing about white rooms. I can't.
Oh my god, how did I not take this seriously? He's now got a thing about white rooms. I'm sorry, Jim, for not taking you seriously before. I will endeavour to do better. So what? What useless information? Also, right, look, I'm the first to make fun of Tanya Burr. Well, he's the one that's always bringing her up in interviews or whatever. So, like, not being funny or anything, but if I was engaged to someone and I had gotten pregnant and I had pushed out an entire human out of my bits for them, meanwhile, they're using any opportunity to slate their ex, whether it's in, like, little subtle jabs, little things like that, like in this video or in podcasts or in interviews, whatever. If they were doing that after I'd gone through all the drama of being in labour, for them, they would be in the bin so fast, like so quick, you wouldn't have enough time to get a camera out to vlog it. Just saying.
Obsessed with the artwork.
Thank you.
Film idea. Clip clop, a tap dancer on a cigarette break, witnesses murder, now he must go to the noisiest, go on the noisiest run for his life. What? I'm not cultured enough, I don't get it. What is that? Surely that should be treasonous. Don't like that one. Don't rate that one. 1 out of 10. I don't like being reminded that we're all just skulls covered in skin. Skulls are rank.
This is my space.
This is wicked.
Thanks. I like it.
Oh,
It's the smallest room in the house.
I like those boards on the wall. They're not skateboards. They don't have any wheels. I guess snowboards. I like them. Good one, Jim Bob.
Where do you find all your art?
Just some of it's like just kind of has come to me. Like that's a picture of me drawn by Chris Riddell, who's like a famous illustrator. I was on stage doing a thing and he was there sketching me.
Fine, there you go. It's not exactly a portrait, but it's still a picture of him in his office so he can gaze lovingly at it whilst he's writing his many manuscripts.
And this room is Green 04.
Green 04, yes.
Yeah, it's Green 04,
Yeah.
which is lovely because you're carrying on the blue undertone in this green.
Right.
With then the teal in your living room, so everything's flowing very naturally.
Yes, yes.
She's very passionate about all of this. I suppose it's nice to feel things. I mean, I wouldn't know what that's like, but...
Yeah, I mean, do you say that? I think we're young parents for London.
So interesting. My friends are like, we're all 30.
Right.
And they've all started having kids, but I would say we're young for London.
Yeah, because if I were back home in Norwich, where I'm from,
Yeah.
I would have done this years ago. I mean,
Yes.
I'm 34, Sarah's 28.
Fascinating.
The thing about kids is like,
Yeah.
they grow out of things so quickly.
So quick.
And we are super keen on not just like chucking stuff. So we've always got like a pile here, which is sort of our pile to go to move on to charity or to friends who've got kids or whatever.
Great idea.
Well, it's nice because otherwise so much of it goes to waste.
Yeah, revolutionary, not chucking stuff in the bin. Am I being too unfair? I don't know, I mean, like, it's a pretty standard idea. Don't know about great. I do like quite a lot of the house though, but he's mentioned before whereabouts the area he's been living in since splitting up with Burr, like I'm on, last name basis with her. Very expensive this would have been, yeah, very, like, lovely, really, really big, especially for London standards. Really, like, this is like a palace for London standards, but must have cost a fair bit. Maybe he is getting those manuscripts seen too.
That's mega.
Do you know what? This is actually one of my
Yeah,
favourite parts of the house, this changing table, because first thing in the morning,
Yes.
I do the mornings, and she is always delightful in the morning. She's so happy just to have made it through the night. She's just given me so many smiles. And the first thing I do, obviously, I bring her through here. I turn the light on, but I face her the other way so I don't blind her.
Yeah.
So when her eyes are adjusted, I bring her in, I put her down there, and she knows it's like nappy changing time, and she just grins and she giggles.
Did you know that Jim Chapman actually invented being a father? There were no dads before he came along. It's rather quite extraordinary. Now that's a great idea, I'd say. The concept of dads didn't exist before Jim Chapman. Oh, and he just mentions it, like several times a minute.
Obviously, I work in fashion.
Yes.
I have for a long time,
Yeah.
and Sarah's a model. We've
But do you actually? Actually? And does she actually. Is this like how I call myself a writer, but I don't really do that much writing? Is this like when Tanya Burr calls herself an actress? No, don't give me grief, all right. He's got a lovely house. So big. It's by London standards. Ugh. So he's doing all right, okay? It's fine. It's fine to sometimes just poke a little fun.
To begin with, because we didn't have a shower downstairs, we just had a bath.
Yep.
I was using this for the first few months, and it's like washing in a coffin, because I'm quite big. I was like, just splashing water, it's awful.
Why was she just mimicking him then? What he said, it weren't really that funny. A shower that makes you come to grips every morning with the inevitability of death every time you step in it because it feels like your eternal tomb. Fantastic, 15 out of 10. Would love to have one myself. Boy, it wasn't like that funny. Why was she she's laughing a bit too much at his jokes.
It's one of
Give
the
us a
things
great space.
and this is actually part of the reason I bought this house
really?
specifically.
Okay.
It's because we ended up buying this house for the same price as you would for one that was slightly smaller.
Interesting.
Because they're kind of, you know what I mean, they're
Yes.
kind of like fairly set up. But because this needed some work, but I looked at this, poor old Sarah was going through awful morning sickness at the time. And I walked into this house and went, Sarah, this is the one. Bearing in mind all the others were finished. Okay.
He does love, I mean, to an extent, all of us YouTubers do enjoy the sounds of our own voices. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have chosen this as a path to go down. But he does love the sound of his own voices. Should write a book, mate. Another one.
Do you know what? Having a baby's been the easiest bit. Like,
Oh my god, that was great.
because I love her, but the rest of it, like getting the house done, is just it's all been really stressful. Yeah, I really want it to be. As Margot gets older, and she's at school and she brings her friends over.
Yes.
I really want them to want to come here. You know what I mean? Oh, whose house should we go to? Let's go to Margot's house.
Let's go to Margot's house.
Because her dad's really cool.
Jimmy, mate, you don't need the validation of 5-year-olds. It's okay.
I've just noticed your stained glass.
It's lovely, but
Yeah.
it was parts of it were cracked and broken, and as were most of the rest of the house, it was not in a good state. But I really wanted to keep it because it's original and lovely. I had it refurbished actually.
I read something, I don't know if this is true, that stained glass used to be made of urine or something. If this is original, could be urine in its front door. I'm being childish now, I need to stop. Well, there you go, that was that video. Wasn't that fun? Didn't you enjoy coming on this adventure with me? In all honesty, I like the house. It's decent. It's very fresh. Like a lot of openness to it. Plant pots. That kind of thing. Can't think of anything else. Nice bath, nice coffin shower. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.